Who needs the Splash Brothers? Because the Warriors just set a team record for most threes made in an NBA game. Yes, they made 28 threes against the Kings in a preseason game. Their previous record was 27. So no, this will not count. It's not going to record books. It's a preseason game. But 28 made threes? Wow, folks. Just wow. Splash Brothers made it rain. Right now, outside of my house in Orlando, I'm in the middle of a hurricane. I still have power. Watch the game. Kings Warriors, we're doing a recap. Randy Silver, Warriors Digest. We don't miss anything for you, even when a hurricane is going on. Let me show you a video. So yes, folks, I'm good. I'm not near the coast. I'm inland. Orlando, we're just getting rain and wind. So I'm good. We got power. Let's record this before we miss anything. We get the power out again on YouTube. 28-3, folks. That is the name of the game. Warriors beat our bitter rivals from the north, Sacramento Kings. Please subscribe. You don't miss anything. Warriors win 122-112. It was a very close game until that second half. And the best part is, no Steph, no Dre in the second half. They played only the first half like the first game, and our bench players, our second team, came out and showed out in that second half. 28 threes as a team. Look at these stats, folks. We shot 54% from three. They shot 25%. We shot better. We literally shot 25%, double their threes. Field goal percentage, very similar, but we made that many threes. When you make 28 threes times 3, that's about 72-ish points. That's hard to beat when they made 21. Just destroyed them from that. You look at the turnovers, 14-14. Points off of turnovers, they had 22 to our 12. So a little bit too much. Last game against the Clippers, we won that points off of turnovers battle. We got to do better here. We got to do better here. And also, points in the paint. When you're shooting that many threes, you're not going to be in the paint as much. They beat us 52-22. So are we going to make 28 threes in the game normally? No. Let me take this away for a second. So you got to do better in the paint. You got to do better in the paint. And let me just show this really quick. Again, if you look at the rebounds, total 33-41. So we got to do a bit better. TJD, Looney, Pods, Kuminga getting back. Wiggins did not play. He's still sick. You're not going to make 28 threes a game. Impressive, yes. And Steve Kerr, they said on the broadcast, he wants to shoot 53 games, and we shot 52, so we did that. Now look at this stat from Anthony Slater. Let me pull this up. The Warriors made 28 threes tonight versus the Kings. Their franchise record for a regular season game is 27, as I said. Look how we did. Hield 6 of 7 in his revenge game back in Sacramento. Yes, he's played there many times. He's actually the leader for threes in the Sacramento jersey. He holds their career threes record. Then he went to Indiana, bounced to Philly. Now he's with the Warriors. Kuminga, 4 of 7. And he said that all summer he was working on his threes. He missed a couple easy ones, but he made a couple of harder ones and then finished making an easy one. The thing with Kuminga, he wasn't hesitating. It was just catch and release. Exactly what to see. And one was up top, 2 on the sides. Great to see. Melton did not start this time. We'll go over the starters in a second. Coming off the bench, 4 threes, played solid defense. He is earning himself a lot of playing time. Curry, first half, 3 of 6. Waters did not play basically until the fourth quarter. 3 of 5. Continuing on how well he did against the Clippers. If you live in the Rock, he made the game-winning shot. It was a 3. Made 5 threes there, another 3 tonight. Draymond, 2 of 3, made the first 2. Just like last season when he shot the best three-point percentage in his career. If he can continue to be a weapon at the three-point line, just take him, be a threat. It opens up the whole offense for this team. Brandin, 2 of 4. Made a contested one, missed an open one. He's got to make the open one. And Moody, 2 of 6. Love that he's shooting threes. If I take it back, one stat as well. Warriors are attempting more than a 3 per minute in this preseason. 75 and 72 minutes. They were cold against the Clippers, hot in the first half versus the Kings. 15 and 27. Curry, Kuminga, Draymond, Hield, Melton all hit multiple. Golden State still down. Of course, I told you what happened. 53s a game. That is what Steve Kerr wants in this offense. Let's look at the actual stat line across the board. Again, Green and Curry did not play the second half, but your starters, Green, Kuminga, Looney, Curry, Podziemski. Let me make that bigger. That's hard to see. Actually, I'm going to talk for a second. In game one, it was Green, Trayce Jackson-Davis, Curry, Melton, Kuminga. So Looney inserted in for Trayce Jackson-Davis. Podziemski inserted in for Melton. All did relatively well. Curry -7, but again, he didn't play the second half. Love what Green did with the threes. Again, Kuminga 4-7 from 3. He made a couple of errant passes. Needs to do better on the boards. Looney was his typical self. Didn't really do much, but was just an active in the lane. Also, the thing with Kuminga, I'm going to bring myself up. Kuminga had 4 fouls in the first half. And some of them were touch fouls that he just can't give up. If you give up the basket, go for it. But we can't get you in foul trouble. It hurts this offense, hurts this team. Podziemski starting. He had a couple of amazing passes as well. You go down to the bench. You see who played. Again, Trayce Jackson-Davis a +22. Hield a +13. Moody a +8. Moody getting 20 minutes as well. Anderson 20 minutes. We played that quote yesterday about players earning their keep. Anderson looked good. Missed a couple of layups, but was very good transitioning back and forth. Beekman got in for a moment. Who did not play? Rowe, Knox, and Hinson. As this gets cut down to a 15 roster, again, Rowe, Knox, and Hinson, where are they at on this roster? Knox, Rowe, and Hinson are on training camp contracts. Knox cannot become a two-way player, a G League player, a two-way player because he's over 4 years of NBA service. So maybe he becomes a fully G League player. Hinson and Rowe could become a two-way player, so they could be fighting for that. Knox has to earn himself a starting a main roster, or he goes down to the G League. So him not playing shows kind of where he is in this pecking order. For the Kings, Fox, Sabonis, Murray, DeRozan really didn't do much in that second half. I don't even think they played. You look at the minutes, they played mainly the first half. But we did a nice job holding them down. Just, again, in the paint, did not do well enough. My favorite stat, if you've been around the Warriors for a while, you can see right here. I love to see this. Basically, this second half, we dominated, never gave up the lead. That's what I love to see. That's what we need to do. Warriors were down 2 at halftime. It was very close throughout. Let me make this bigger for a second just so you can see. We were up 4 after 1 and then down 2 after the second. When you look at the stat line, again, going in the second half, who didn't play? Waters all the way down. So Moody got 9 minutes. Melton got 13. Payton 7. Hield 8. Anderson 11. Jackson 6. So you're kind of seeing who potentially is the starting 5 and who's the next 6, 7 off the bench. You expect Waters to come in and do spot-up minutes. Rose, Santos, Knox, Post, again, probably just back end of the bench. So you're kind of seeing game 2 how maybe it tightens up in this roster. And you have to give Hield credit again for what he did against Sacramento. He was raining threes. He was on fire, and it was contested shots too, and his teammates were loving it. Kings, again, look right here. Their starters basically played the first half, didn't do anything in the second half, and we beat a weakened unit. So again, great. We had 28 threes, but it wasn't against starters the whole time. Now, we play the Kings again on Friday. This time it'll be in Chase Center. This one was at Golden One Arena in Golden One Center in Sacramento. Let's show you some key highlights from the game. Let me pull it up for you. And we can't do sound because of copyright. So let me just do this. So you got right here, BP, love it. Fake the 3, Draymond's open under the paint, and boom, found him for the easy layup. This just makes the offense so much better. Brandin Podziemski had 5 assists to people who made threes. So 5 assists on made threes. Obviously, this is a 2, but it means that he's doing that great job at that backup point guard position, and that's why I think he can be really good with this. If you look at his stat line, he had 8 assists total, and 5 went to threes, which is really, really big. Can't have a Warriors highlight without Steph Curry. Got to show him making the 3. Just a thing of art. Beautiful. Then you got Melton. Again, can shoot 40% from 3. 1 year, $15 million deal. If I remember correctly. Logo 3. Woo! If he can do that 3-4 times a game, he's getting earn that number 2 position, earn 20, 25 minutes a game. And then nickname Draymond, one of his 2 threes. Again, not a lot of arc, but if he can make the top of the key, each baseline 3 corner threes, this really helps open up the offense. Then he can do a fake, dive in, but also that means that they can't sag off of him, which allows him to do one of his best attributes, pass and assist. And Draymond in this game, let me show you as well, had 5 assists, all coming in the first half. Contested 3 right there. Warriors down 6 early in the third quarter. Brings you down 3, 1 possession game. And then this may have been my favorite right here. This pass by Brandin Podziemski shows why he can be the future point guard of the Warriors. So let's break this down. No sound. So you can see right now, he's in the paint. He drove. He has Alex Lynn on him. Podziemski 6'4", 6'5". Lynn's 7-footer. Tough layup. Fakes him with the ball. Bye-bye. Does a second pump fake right here on number 7. And he sees Kuminga, agent 00, sitting right here, left side, top of 3. He could do a contested layup. No, he finds Kuminga. And look how fast Kuminga just shoots. 1, boom, up. Doesn't wait, swishes it. Just a fantastic pass by Brandin, and it shows the vision he has and why Steve Kerr really wants him to be playing one next to Steph to help facilitate offense so Steph can play off ball and catch some of those passes, or be the backup point guard and do this with the second team to facilitate, kind of like Chris Paul. So a lot to love from the Warriors in their win today. Again, preseason game, they beat the Kings 122-112 in Golden One Center. So love to see it. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll have power. We'll do breakdown of post-game quotes, key storylines that come out of it. But wanted to make sure we do the recap and talk about Splash Brothers, no more. Hurricane outside Randy's apartment. Hurricane on the floor, raining down 28 threes. Let's go Warriors. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe. Don't miss anything on Warriors Digest. We're here for you daily through a storm and through everything. Let's go Warriors. Out.